Hey Leo, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in to your November 2025 astrology. Let's jump into it and see what is coming up for you Leos. So November is going to be quite an eventful period for you. There's a lot of focus on your emotions, steady foundations, and anything to do with relationships here as well. So you're going to start to see things shift in your favor. Now, the key planetary shifts and transits that will take place are really going to dominate this month here for you. So, other likely themes would be changes to your inner world, your home life, because there's movement here with the sun moving through your fourth house up until the 22nd. So this is where those emotional roots and inner security or emotional security are going to come into play here. Later in the month, the energy is going to shift towards outward expression, creativity, maybe even public recognition, because on the 23rd, the sun enters fellow fire sign Sagittarius, where you are likely to feel more inspired, more passionate, and creatively charged. So let's have a look here. November 5th, we've got full moon in Taurus. This is going to mark a pivotal point for you in your career and public visibility. You might be launching something, you might be famous or gain recognition because that's in your 10th house. Now, November 11th, we've got Jupiter stations retrograde in Cancer. This is happening in your opposite house, 7th. It's going to signal a period of reviews around those relationships and partnerships. And what I mentioned were those emotional things that are going to surface, and it's very much focused around that mid-month part of the mid-month period for you around your existing relationships or soon-to-be relationships. November 21st to 22nd, the sun is entering Sagittarius, and this is going to shift your focus from your internal and your home to visibility, self-expression, being more confident, maybe changing up your hair, changing up your hobbies, and that is going to be visually visible to people around you. Now, November 28th, Saturn stations direct in Pisces, and this is going to bring a very stabling influence. Projects or responsibilities you've been reviewing will now move into more building and action mode, so that's exciting. But throughout November, we do have Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius and Scorpio from November 9th onward. So earlier than that in November. So communication, travel, contracts, you'll want to sort of tread carefully and revisit things. Things from your past might come back. Employers, exes, lovers, opportunities could circle back for you here as well. So let's talk about your career and purpose. So I think the full moon, November 5th in Taurus, is going to bring recognition, and you will be on the public stage here. So try to get out there, participate where you can, take on projects around this early part of the year, because you are going to have something to show for it, and the people that you're working with or for will be very impressed. The sun is still in your fourth house, connected of house and your roots up until the 22nd. So anything to do with working from home, transferring departments, or being able to have more flexibility is going to be offered to you around this time. Now, when the sun enters Sagittarius, November 21st to 22nd, the tone will shift and you will have this surge of confidence and boldness. So anything to do with pitching, presenting, or showing up is going to be important. The Mercury retrograde and also Jupiter going retrograde, both in your partnership zone, will be highlighting any business collaborations or partnerships that you have. They will be reviewed, or you might be meeting around them for one reason or another. Saturn is stationing direct near month end, and that's going to give you the green light on some sort of work project, review, probation review, or structures as well. Financially, Scorpio and home family themes active for you. You may have expenses or investments tied to your home or legacy. So you might be asking yourself, is this aligning with me financially? And is this what I want to spend my money on? So being more intentional with your spendings. that Jupiter retrograde in Cancer will also urge you to review shared finances with a loved one, debts, assets, future purchases as well. The later part of the month, after Station 7's direct, is very favorable for building financially and looking at your finances and even budgeting and getting more out of your money, which is great. Now, in terms of relationships and emotional life, the early part of November invites deep emotional reflection. So, home life, family roots, that's going to be very much your focus. Maybe moving in with someone, maybe setting up a new home, maybe getting a new roommate. With Jupiter retrograde in the 7th house from November 11th, relationships will be up for review. So you are kind of looking at your relationships going, am I growing with this person? Am I not? Are they my biggest cheerleader, my biggest supporter? You're going to be asking these bigger questions in your relationships. When the Sun enters Sagittarius late month, you will shift towards a more playful, expressive version of yourself. So things will be really light and breezy. You might be dating more. You might be going on fun dates, doing different things, but also being able to express yourself freely, which I think is going to add to that confidence. We must remember, however, Mercury retrograde may mean miscommunications. It may mean delays. It could mean past issues come up, anything unresolved. It might be past people coming in. So some of you may face a third party situation here as well. Well, let's move on to health and well-being. Because most of the month your focus will be on home, your foundations, you will be wanting some sort of detox. You might be living more in the moment. Could be an emotional detox here as well. And that's going to be your focus. Later in the month, you might feel more energetic, more creative. You might, do things a little bit differently here. It's important to pay attention to stress, anything to do with performance, because you might feel pressure to elevate, to shine, to step up, to be out there. So grounding rituals, I think, are going to be really important. November for you is really a month of preparation. And you're watching your performance, but you're also asking yourself how to be more intentional with the people that are around you, the home that you live in, your creative space. These are going to be things very important for you in November. So very likely that past things circle back to give you contrast, past opportunities, past employers. It's asking you to sort of slow down here when it comes to communication here as well, being a little bit more methodical, a little bit more intentional and set in your ways. But I think it is a bit of a powerhouse month here for you, Leo. So I will leave it there. Thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, bye for now.